your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call Wise Man Lawyers. Don't face that court alone. Let the Wise Man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving? Do the wise thing. Call the Wise Man team at Wise Man Lawyers.
All right, today I'm at Nanango Magistrates Court. It's about a 2.5 hour drive northwest of Brisbane, sort of near Kingaroy. Client was charged with repeat drink driving. This time it was a reading of .109. Last time, which was last year, so not that long ago, reading of .148. So to put it in perspective, high range kicks in at .150. So last time he was literally .002 away from high range. But technically that was mid-range, .148. So mid-range is .100 to .149. So he was almost high range last time in 2020. This time, .109, so second mid-range in, basically a year. If it's your second in 5 years, the penalty range, it's a maximum of 18 months, mandatory minimum 3 months. But with these readings so close together, 3 months is not an expected outcome, notwithstanding the fact that I did push for it. So as I said, worst case is 18 months. You're not going to get 18 months, even if you go with the worst law in Queensland or by yourself. But we do see people getting not much change in 12 months for their second of this reading in such a short time frame. We normally push for around the 4 to 5 month mark for people with these readings in such a short time frame. I drove up, prepared my submissions yesterday. We asked the client to do the reformatory course to get everyone to get. We got him to get character references, and he was already getting alcohol abuse treatment, and we just asked him to get written evidence of that, because there's no point me talking about it at court if I can't show that, prove it's being done. I prepared my submissions yesterday, drove up this morning, met the client at court. There's no real conference room there, so we just grabbed a bit of a hidey hole. I went through my submissions, the procedure, what you can expect the police to say, what you can expect, or what I will say, what you can anticipate the magistrate will say, where you stand and all the rest of it. As I said, it was a bit of a prickly one because we get a fair bit of repeat work, but normally there's a bit more than, a few months between offences, and we can sort of leverage the break in offending, for want of a better word. But I guess going in his favour was the fact that this time it was a lower reading than last time. I mean, I know it sounds a silly thing to say, but it wasn't an escalation in offending. So yeah, he's been done twice in a couple of months, but this time it was a lower reading. So if it was a higher reading, they'd, the prosecution and magistrate would make a big deal about the fact that it's an escalation, which it wasn't, given it was a lower reading. As I said, worst case, 18 months. Mandatory minimum is technically 3 months, but when you got a .148 5 minutes ago, asking for 3 months is unreasonable. That said, I did push for 3 months, but as I said, it was unreasonable, and the magistrate deemed it was unreasonable. So I basically went in there saying, look, here's the minimum. Anything substantially beyond that will cause him severe detriment. I mean, look where we are. It's Nanango. You can't just get an Uber or get the bloody 200 in 10 minutes. And he doesn't actually live in Nanango. He lives in one of the other smaller towns surrounding. So while he's off the road, he's really not going anywhere fast. So anyway, trying to give way to this guy reversing out, but he doesn't want to take it up. So anyway, so what I'm saying is, worst case was 18 months. I was pushing for 3 months, in the sense that, Your Honour, 3 months is the minimum. Anything substantially beyond that will, cause blah, blah, blah. So like on some occasions, I'll just push hard for a specific number, whereas, or a range of, 3 to 4 months. Whereas matters like this, where it's a bit of a hospital pass, for want of a better word, I'll sort of, use not vague language, but I'll use veiled speech to sort of keep reminding the magistrate of what the mandatory minimum is, and sort of speak in terms of the minimum, and then I'll just say, look, anything substantially beyond the minimum will be difficult. So I'm not saying give him the minimum, but I'm just saying the further part away from it you go, the harder life's going to be. Anyway, the magistrate said normally I'd give you 8 months for this, but I'm going to give you 5. So you got 5 months, which I'm happy with. And I said at the start of the video that 3 months was unreasonable, and I knew that when I was pushing for it, but I wasn't hard and fast saying 3 months. I was just saying anything too far past 3 would be unfortunate, and he hasn't gone too far past 3. He's gone to 5 months, which, you know, not going to lie, I would have been happy with 4, but 5 months from the potential maximum, well, not the potential, the maximum is 18 months, so he could have potentially got 12 to 18 months if he wasn't adequately represented. And the magistrate himself said he would have ordinarily given him 8 months. So, yeah, 5 months and a modest fine. Client's relieved, happy it's all been put behind him. I'm Andrew Wiseman at Nanango Magistrates Court. Thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Andrew Wiseman from Wiseman Lawyers, Queensland's only truly dedicated drug, alcohol and traffic offence law firm. If you face loss of licence, loss of vehicle imprisonment, or anything in between at any court in Queensland, we can and will help you today. This is our specialty. This is all we do. Give us a call, 1300 947 352. I look forward to helping you resolve your issue today.
Don't face that court alone. Let the wise man team get you back on the road. Does your license need saving?